Hey everyone and welcome. Today we're going to talk about what might have happened if Anakin saved his mother from the Tuskan Raiders in Attack of the Clones. If you're new here, please subscribe and let's get into it. As Anakin sat at the table, he couldn't bear to hear Klieg's story of what happened to his mother any longer. He stood up quickly with intention and left the house in a hurry. There was no hesitation, no pondering of the situation. He didn't even tell Padme goodbye. He jumped on the speeder and took off to find his mother. As he approached the camp, he made his way to the tent Shmi was being held at and released her. "I'm here, Mom." "Anakin?" Shmi said. "I'm here, Mom. You're safe." She touched his face as she closed her eyes. "Stay with me, Mom." Anakin could feel his mother's life fleeting. He held her tight and stepped outside. Two Tusken Raiders guarding the entrance rushed Anakin with their weapons. He used force push with such rage he blew covering off of several tents nearby. The Tusken Raiders in the village approached the situation and saw this power. "She needs help," Anakin screamed as he looked upon the shocked Sand People. "Now," he said. "My mother is dying." Another Raider charged Anakin, weapon in hand, as Anakin grabbed him with the Force and lifted him into the air. The group gasped in amazement as they could not believe what they were witnessing. "My mother needs help," Anakin said. He dropped the Raider onto the desert ground as he looked upon the stunned people. "She needs medical attention," Anakin said, with tears rolling down his cheeks. After a long moment, a Raider approached him slowly. She looked much different than the other female Sand People. She had large beads surrounding her neck and her robes were red. She looked at Anakin and then back at Shmi. This female Raider said something in her native tongue and motioned Anakin to follow her. Anakin didn't understand what she said, but he sensed she was some type of doctor or healer. Anakin followed her into the tent as he laid Shmi down on a small blanket in the center. "You have to save her," Anakin said as he held her limp hand. The healer swatted Anakin away. Anakin, furious, said, "I will not leave her side. Help her." Once again, the healer swatted Anakin. Anakin looked at her and could sense her intentions were pure. He stepped back and watched as she poured a liquid onto Shmi's face, arms, and legs. "Did it work?" Anakin shouted. "She's not moving. It didn't work." The healer held her finger up to her mouth as to silence Anakin. The healer then pulled out 9 small worm-like creatures and placed them onto Shmi's body in the places the liquid was poured. Anakin watched in horror as the bugs crawled their way around Shmi's body and began to suck the skin like leeches. "What are they doing?" Anakin said. "What is this?" The healer looked at Anakin for a moment and then back at Shmi as the liquid slowly disappeared from her skin. The bugs must have been helping inject the liquid into her system, he thought. The once gray bugs now turned a dark brown color and shriveled up as they fell from Shmi's skin. Moments later, Shmi's body jerked as she gasped for air. "Mom!" Anakin yelled as he gripped her. "Anakin," Shmi said. "It's okay, Mom. You're safe now. You don't have to be here anymore." The healer grabbed Shmi's left arm and applied a small tattoo on Shmi's hand. "What is this?" Anakin said. She looked at him and held both of her arms in her hand as if she was giving herself a hug. The mark seemed to be some sort of symbol of protection from the Sand People. Anakin helped carry Shmi to the speeder as they rode back to the Lars homestead. "Anakin," Padme yelled as she hugged him. "I have someone I want you to meet," Anakin said. Just then, Shmi walked into the doorway. "Padme, this is my mother, Shmi. Mom, this is Padme." "Very nice to meet you, Shmi," Padme said. "Oh, wow," Shmi said. "You are beautiful. It's wonderful to meet you, Padme. Anakin is lucky to have you as his girlfriend." "Oh, no, she's not my..." Anakin looked at Padme and began to laugh nervously. Padme laughed too as Shmi smiled. Klieg, Owen, and Beru entered the room. As Klieg busted into tears, Owen and Beru ran toward Shmi to give her a big hug. "We thought you were dead," they said. "Anakin helped rescue me," Shmi said. "With the help of a Tusken healer," Anakin added. Shmi and Klieg embraced. "Shmi, I'm so sorry," Klieg cried, as they hugged each other for a long moment. "We've got to set up a perimeter and buy a security droid," Owen said. "The Sand People will come back for her." "I don't think you have to worry about that," Anakin said. "They won't be bothering you anymore." Just then, R2 and C-3PO approached the group with a message from Obi-Wan. Padme and Anakin then headed to Geonosis as the events of Episode 2 took place. Anakin's first steps towards the dark side were avoided that fateful day he saved his mother. He would frequently visit his mother on Tatooine to catch up for the time he lost with her. Years later, he would discuss his visions of Padme dying in his sleep with his mother. She would comfort him and say that dreams are only dreams, Anakin. You are in control of your surroundings day to day. If you think Padme is going to die, then use that as an excuse to be closer to her, to cherish every moment, and to always be aware of your surroundings. Anakin wondered, maybe what he thought were dreams of the future were actually nightmares of what he feared most. He decided to take his mother's advice and use his dreams as fuel to hold Padme even tighter at night and to embrace every moment with her. After all, he did prove his dreams wrong once before as it related to his mother's death. He didn't need to be fearful of the future. As Master Obi-Wan always said, be mindful of the present. Anakin used his dreams to his advantage to never take for granted the moments he spent with Padme. Anakin learned to truly manage his fears over the future. Palpatine's plan to control the Republic crumbled as Anakin's fears became his strength. Anakin and Padme grew old with their children Luke and Leia enjoying many trips to see their favorite grandmother, Shmi. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this what if scenario. And how crazy would it have been if Anakin saved Shmi and Padme, Luke, and Leia all got to have a relationship with her? I hope you have a great day or night, and may the Force be with you.